All right, who got in here tonight, man? What's going on? What's going on? What's going on? C. Burleson, what's going on, man? Sorry, I was a little late. Tried to get in right at 8, but doing some family things. Wow. Thanks everybody that came in and hit that like button. I appreciate you. So man, y'all know. Hey, Mrs. Sports Corner, what it do? Goofy. So man, you know, it's been a while, just like everything going on in the sports world. So Scotty Barnes is the next Magic Johnson. I don't know about that one, brother. It's gonna be hard to Yeah, we definitely got to talk about that Scotty Barnes pick, man. I think that probably was the shakeup of the draft, honestly. Um, I think a lot of things kind of went status quo, but that did, and I actually put out a video. I don't know if you guys seen it, man. I put out a video today where I reacted to Bobby Webster, the GM. Webster, the GM, actually talk about it. But y'all know we're gonna get some NBA in here, man. We're gonna get a little NFL in here. We're gonna talk about it all, man. The Raptors going to be the best defensive team next season. That's a tall mountain to climb. I don't know about that. I think they definitely will be better though. I definitely think that. You saying the Rockets they got a W for the draft? Like they had a good draft? Let me see who all the Rockets got now. I know they got Jalen Green, which I actually thought that they might have go with Oh man, hey, yeah, it's all love, baby. It's all love. I'm actually excited. I actually thought on the Evan Mobley was gonna go to the Rockets. They did, man, and I just think the the Warriors are building like a great team. Like they're gonna be a team to reckon with, and they're not gonna have the drama, man. They're not gonna have the drama. Look how Toronto developed Siakam. Yeah, I agree, and I think the only thing is, and what I alluded to in my video earlier is the fact that it's the number, right? If they took him at like, and just say for instance, they took him like 27, 28, everybody would be cool with let's go ahead, let's let him develop. But what everyone's expecting when you pick someone at number 4, they expect instant impact. And I honestly think that he can provide that. I think Scotty Barnes can provide that. And he's a guy that'll do anything, right? Like he's one of those guys that'll do anything for the team. And you need some of those. So as you can see, when he was at Florida State, people say he could have started, but he chose to come off the bench because that's what the team needed, and the rotation was fine with him. And he won rookie and ACC player of the year. I think it was ACC player of the year, something like that. But you know how big those conferences is for him to get those awards says a lot. And the Raptors went on to say, man, that They actually picked. They said that he had the most talent, and they wasn't by themselves. OKC wanted to get that pick from the Raptors to get that guy. They was not going after Suggs. They was going to go after Scotty Barnes. So that tells you right there that these teams that are doing their homework really valued this young man. So I mean, sometimes you the sexy pick, so to say, ain't always the right pick. Sometimes it ain't all cut and dry, man. I got to look at the other picks. I think the Raptors probably tried to trade down, but Orlando's like Barnes, and so they couldn't. Oh, the summer league gonna be lit, and yeah, you know what? I think but the fact they might have knew OKC wanted him, so they had to get him because he wouldn't have been there if they'd have traded down. I also got to look at the Raptors pick up Banton and Johnson in the draft. So I'm gonna look at see what those guys are. Man, listen, they should have got Buddy Hill, man, but for some reason they opt to go for Russell Westbrook. And you start, to me personally, the reason that worries me is because are we trying to get star power, or are we trying to win? Because you'll sell out some arenas, it'll be exciting, but if you're a Laker fan, that's cool for about the first half of the season, but then it's championships. That's what the organization is built off of. So the Russ and all that big three, I don't know if that's a big three or not. You know, so but we'll see how all that worked, man. Friendship ended with Scotty Boy, my best friend. Scotty Boy. Hey, I think they got, man. The more and more you dig into him, right? The more and more you do research, the more and more you dig into him. He's a beast. You say Russ might become a locker room problem. I don't have, but have Russ ever really been a locker room problem though? I don't like. I don't know if he ever been a locker room problem. Like I think you love him in the locker room, you hate him on the court. It's the court problem that scares me with Russ, because Russ is one of those guys that just, he's 100 miles. He's like a loose cannon. Like, he's 100 miles an hour, and he's been having some injuries over these last couple years. So he's getting older. But I think Russ is one of those guys that, yeah, he can't shoot. So what you're expecting him to get in the middle and force the defense to collapse. Well, that all sounds good, but who's shooting? You can force the defense to kick it out, but who you gonna kick it out to? And Ryan, I seen your comment, said they're gonna need to make some trades, but what are they trading now? Who do they got that you can trade without they have no bench. Like, this is crazy. I really crushed we picks got up before, but now I'm super hyped and have completely forgotten about. So I think after the initial shock, man, everybody kind of felt that way, man. The difference that LeBron won't allow his game losing BS at the end of playoff games. Yeah, yeah, I think that's gonna be the key. It's like, all right, Russ, we cool, but I'm gonna take this on over now. I'm gonna take this to the house. But I mean, regardless, the biggest thing is AD health. Regardless of who's there, if AD stay healthy, they're a championship contending team. If he continue being paperweight, then light as a like, the guy got all the talent in the world. He just cannot stay healthy, and that's something to watch, because that don't cure itself as you get older. Now the Lakers have switched up trainers. Um, they're switched up trainers and got some a better trainer for to help with these injuries and stuff like that. We'll see, man. We'll see, but you got to put it on paper. Glad the Lakers didn't get Lowry. Um, I mean, hey, I wouldn't have been mad if they'd have gotten. What? But you think? But Batum's a beast if you can get him on the minimum. The Lakers got so little options that you don't know who they can really get. I mean, they're scrapped. I mean, Russ, he's owed what, 91 million over the next 3 years, and every other shooter. Yeah, they need every shooter they could possibly get, but you're gonna need. It's not gonna be young players that are looking to get a bag, right? So that's not coming. But and everybody got to be on a minimum, and they got to be at that point where it's like, all right, I'm trying to get a ring, so I'm gonna take less money, try to get some minimum deals. You know who I think I would like to come back though, and I don't know if y'all feel the same way. I like Dwight Howard to come back. I like that. You know, give him that coming back on a minimum. He's definitely a veteran. He can play some good defense because you got rid of your defense with KCP. I've even heard the Camelo, what's the Rudy Gay. You're gonna have to get some veterans guys on some minimum deals that's trying to get a ring before they get out of here. And that's what you're pretty much working with. As far as the Lakers, man, you just cap scrapped at this point, man. So but they gotta figure it out, man. They gotta figure it out. Um, Man, the second round, did y'all find any notable names that went in that second round? Second round pick? Because I'm looking at some of them. We got here. We'll see, man. We'll see, guys. We'll see, man. But hey, man, y'all know the sport corner. We can talk about some NFL too if y'all want to get into it, man. NFL, NBA. I will say MLB, but I ain't tracking it. It's hard. All right, it's hard to watch all those. To keep up with all of that. Tristan Thompson got traded. Um, I'm curious about the Kyrie gonna do next year. We've been witnessing so many different Kyries. It's crazy. The new kid on the block, Boston's Uncle Drew, and new Ramadan Kyrie James and his super team mentality. Go Cowboys. Okay. Well, I mean, but you can't put that on LeBron. I mean, the Nets just did the same thing. The Warriors did the same thing. I mean, I don't know if I can't put all that on Bron. Um, Kyrie, I wonder what Kyrie gonna do next. What we've witnessed, man. Kyrie is such a he is such a I'm not gonna say oddball, but he's just like a different person, man. Sometimes you just can't figure him out. I think he have great intentions, but I honestly think he's still figuring out himself. But sometimes you question his love for the game. For me, let's see. He was supposed to go number 5 on number one. Yeah, he was high on that draft board, man. And honestly, it was a reason why he was up there like that. It was a reason. What's Somebody said what's for dinner? The wife got me eating healthy, so she ended up making some chicken breasts and some salad. Shit, um, I just don't like him. I understand, man. There's a lot of people that don't like LeBron. I get it. I get it. That comes wrong. That come along with the territory, man. I get it. I'm not the biggest LeBron fan. I'm Laker Nation. So if you come to the team, I'm gonna ride with you, you know. But I don't have nothing against LeBron. I like LeBron, but I mean, you know. So it looked so happy when he saw that the Raptors picked Scotty Barnes. So you don't think he wanted to go? I don't know about that. Tim Hardaway Jr. just got traded to. Oh, that's somebody I hoped. Well, we ain't got no assets though. Lakers ain't got no. Tim Hardaway can. That's not good though. That's not good for the Mavs. So we'll see. I ain't even seen that one yet, man. So I don't know. I mean, the prior Dragos, hope I'm saying your name right. Prior to prior to that, I thought he was all in. Actually, he felt he was going to. I thought he was all in. It's kind of crazy that the Clippers gave up their first 20 draft pick. I seen the guy that they picked, they drafted, man. I got to look more into him. I think what they're trying to do is trying to get someone that's comparable, because it's gonna be hard to keep Reggie Jackson next year. It's gonna be almost impossible to keep Reggie Jackson. So they're trying to find a way to bridge that gap. But it's all about Kawhi. Well, Kawhi for agency, but Kawhi is with them. It's gonna be about Kawhi Leonard's health, man. And I think you're gonna have to load manage him to some point. Kawhi was supposed to be on the Clippers in 2011. Kyrie Irving. Why I didn't know that? I did not know that. And he was in 2011. I didn't know that. Okay, you just taught me something, brother. I didn't know that. Um, the Clippers. I think the Clippers. Many people are the Clippers have been in the finals had it not been for the Kawhi injury. They refer to him a lot as an old, like he's what 30, I forgot how old Kawhi, but he's in like he 30, 31, something like that. But they say it's an old 30, 31 because of the injuries and all of that. Um, but it's a reason why he low managed, I guess, and because they what he went down for looked simple, like it didn't look bad, like it wasn't used to. Oh God, you just Kawhi's not gonna move if he feel any type of discomfort. He's not gonna put himself in that situation, and you know he's fragile. Same thing. Him and AD may be a little fragile, more fragile than Kawhi though. AD is a little bit more fragile than Kawhi. Every time I don't think I've seen a game where AD wasn't limping or hurting a little bit or this little thing or that little thing. AD remind me of Tony Romo with the Cowboys. Every time Tony Romo got hit, you was like, oh God, is he gonna get up? Is he gonna get up? This man last play he got hurt on a slide. Like it was over. Some adjustments for the playoff. Man, I thought Tyronn Lue made a lot of adjustments. I thought he constantly adjust. I was impressed by Ty Lue in the playoffs, man. I just don't know what else they could have done. I just think that I thought he coached very well. I thought he coached very, very well. Like having Terrence Mann and Cousins playing more with Kawhi. Okay. Terrence Mann, they quietly say his defense is on par with Kawhi, so he's a bright future for them. Porzingis too, but Porzingis he wasn't hurting that last playoff series. I was expecting more. I was expecting more from Porzingis. He kind of disappeared on me. I was like, hey, come on, man, and I was like, this is your opportunity. The reason that many people felt they didn't beat the Clippers the year prior was because he got hurt. Well, he was done this year, and they needed more, and he just didn't give it. Timberwolves making the playoff this season. Possibly. You know what? I didn't even look too much at their roster. I gotta look at their roster again. I know they even make some moves. I look at them. They may make it, but that conference is tough, man. Conference is tough, man. But what I do like, man, and well, what we had for a while before James Harden from Brooklyn, I was like excited about this whole duo thing, right? Like you got everybody got like their partner. You had LeBron and AD, you had Kawhi and Paul George, you had Dame and CJ McCollum, which just didn't pan out. But you had the duos, and I like it. Now it seems like it's starting to go back. All right, and Brooklyn just, and see what happens is when Brooklyn broke the mold, because after the Warrior dynasty was a wrap, and then Brooklyn broke the mold again. James Harden went there and loaded up, so now it's back there. Manny and Errol Spence. Man, I did. What's up, Voss? I did one. If I watch that one, I'm definitely gonna do I love doing the live, man. I actually tried to. I don't know if it was on the last one I did, the boxing one. I tried to like act like I was an announcer, so I was going play by play, but it was fun though. I definitely do it again. Okay, I got OKC coming up in 2023. Okay, season, and then dominating in 2023-24 season with the championship. Woo! That's a stretch, man. Now I can see them. They definitely getting better because they got more draft picks than I've ever seen in my life. But But them a championship 2020, we'll see, man. I definitely think they got better, and they got so many assets. So they pretty much got like they like have like the ace of spade if we talking cards. Like, you know what I'm saying? They could trade for anyone. They got the assets. They can make a lot of moves. Did you hear that Baines got hurt in the Olympics? And do you think we're gonna keep him or use him as a trade piece? I would probably say use him as a trade piece, but this was Scotty Barnes' versatility comes in at, man, because now you can have him play those different positions. Not saying you want him playing the five, but you got versatility. That's why that pick becomes so important. Like when you look at it from that perspective, you go, not sure if you're are coming back to Toronto. It's, okay, I'm just trying to see get up so I can see you guys' comments. I'm trying to figure this thing out. Thank you. See, she won't even let me do a live stream without bringing me some water and stuff. She be clocking me, man. I appreciate it though. Somebody got to keep me healthy, or get me healthy at least. I think the bubble championship was the last chance for Jimmy Butler to get to the finals. I think the bubble championship, was perfectly made for the a team like Miami. They're a team that needs that. They just want to, you know what I'm saying, without all the glitz and glamour and all they were just locked in. And I think, but you might be right. We gotta see. What else we got here? Imagine trying to score against Freddie, OG, Pascal, Scotty, and Kim. Yeah, I mean that defense should be, and defense is their calling card. I feel like if their defense is top notch, then they got a good chance of really making some big push next year. It's gonna be difficult, but I can see them. They'll have the opportunity. Best case scenario for the Raptors to sign and trade Kyle to the Pelicans for Londo, and they starting big in free agency. It's had a good pick. Eastside Harold, what's going on, man? Yep, Rockets did. They got Jalen Green. He was one of those guys I thought that was possibly could end up going to Toronto at number 4. I know he was gonna go either 2 or 4 though. Because even though I thought Mobley would go second, but it just didn't make sense because the Rockets got another bit that they really really like. Trading Lonzo, and signing starting trading for Lonzo and getting a big in free agency. Okay, okay, okay. I can see that. But do you feel that Baines did enough to stay? Because if that's the case, then you save yourself a lot of, you already got one in the house, man. Eastside Harold, thanks again for that super chat, man. And I know you and your Texans, y'all going through it right now. But the Rockets, I like the fact that I think they're in complete rebuild mode, but they got the opportunity to build it from the ground up. You just got to have the right pieces. So let's see how that work out, man. Man, where am I at? But it's gonna be interesting. I think a lot of these teams are making a big push, and a lot of these teams are moving in the right direction. I think Milwaukee kind of opened that door back to say, hey, we can. You ain't got to be the quote unquote, top, the teams that's always there. Other teams can do it as well. So I think Milwaukee championship win this year was big. I feel like we've completely changed the way we drafted this year from 6-foot point guard to 6'9" point guard that can also play for. I kind of like that direction. Well, they had to. I always thought that size was a little bit of a disadvantage, especially at that point guard position, because like they play good defense, but they height sometimes when it comes to challenging shots is questionable because you just Kyle Lowry trying to block a shot from, I don't know, like, LeBron James played point. So not saying he can't block his shot, but it's a easier shot, right? Let's just put it like that. Scotty Barnes' ceiling is what? Scotty, that's a good question. Would I compare his ceiling to? His ceiling? Now this is the best I'll compare it to Giannis. I think if we talking now, I'm not saying he's gonna get there. Don't quote me on that. But when you look at his length and athleticism and the things that he could do, I think that can be like his ceiling. Now I'm not saying he'll get there, but that is ultimate ceiling is Giannis. That's my opinion. But he should be a lot better free throw shooter as well as a 3-point shooter over time. But that's his ultimate ceiling. I'm not saying that he's good as Giannis or nothing like that, but I'm saying that could be his ceiling. Drunk Kyle Korver, what's going on, man? How you doing? The GOAT, Lamar Odom, and Dennis Rodman hybrid. Okay, I like that. Dennis Rodman, and because Dennis Rodman give you that deep, and Lamar Odom. Okay, yeah, exactly. I think a smaller Giannis, like you probably won't be as big as Giannis. But I think that's his ceiling. Not, I'm saying that's his apex. But that's a damn good apex. You know, if you say, hey, he can possibly be, I'm not saying he'll reach that level, but it's possible. Eastside Harold, I know you had to throw that in there, man. How everything with you, brother? But his ceiling is so high. Um, like I said, this draft, man, for this draft pick for the Raptors is going to make or break multiple years for them. If this guy turns out to be what they think he is, this could be a organizational change, man. An organizational change going forward. Now, if it's on the flip side and it's not, it's gonna be one of the biggest wastes in a long time. Um, Donald Woods, what's going on? Was hoping Warriors would trade for Pascal and we'd get Wiggins, Wiseman, and the seventh pick. I'd have took that deal. You know what? I'm gonna be honest. I'm not big. I'm big on Wiseman, not big on Wiggins like that. I'm gonna be honest. I've just not seen him live up to his potential. He's had his moments, but I just haven't seen him. And the seventh pick, so that means y'all had the fourth pick and the seventh pick. What do you think about the Pelicans draft? Let me see. Wow. I got to see exactly who the Pelicans got. I know they made that trade. Um, I know they had that trade right before the draft that people felt like was kind of a slight to Zion. I don't know about that. Um, who did the Pelicans get? Pelicans. Oh, yeah. Zaire Williams, a shooting guard. Um, well, I think with the Pelicans, it's gonna be getting some validity at the coaching position that get the most out of Zion. I think Zaire Williams was a great pick. Actually, I thought he gives you another dimension. I love Brandon Ingram, but to me, sometimes Brandon Ingram is hit and miss. They got Trey Murphy Jr. Huh? I'm looking at the New Orleans Pelicans. I'm looking at Zaire. No, they got Zaire Williams right here. Am I looking at something wrong? They got Zaire Williams. Okay, but are you a Laker fan? Definitely a Laker fan, man. But I got I do a lot of Raptors video. I got a great following Raptors. So, and I've always they kind of always felt like an underdog team to me. So I always kind of followed them, and you know how that go. Oh, okay. That's right. The trade. Okay. To the Celtics. Josh Richardson got traded to the Celtics. The Celtics are always gonna be a team that's trying to make some moves, man. Um, that's right. They traded first round picks. My fault. My fault. Stan Van Gundy wasn't in chief. I'm a fan of Jackson Hayes too, but he's out here resisting the. Oh my God, man. Stan Van Gundy, I love a lot of these coaches' old school mentality. Stan Van Gundy's one of them. Tim Thibodeau is one of them. I love that hard charging approach, but I don't know if that can win you a championship though. That's the thing with Thibodeau in New York. I love New York. I love New York. The Knicks. I don't love the Knicks, but I'm saying I love what they did this year. But I don't know if that style of play can get you a win because people got to buy into that system. You need a certain type of guy to play for Tim Thibodeau. Thoughts on Lonzo to Toronto? I think that'd be great. Lonzo would definitely get everyone, and his shooting has improved a lot. So I think that would be a good one, man. I honestly do. Or Jared Allen. Jared Allen. I think I would take Jared Allen over Lonzo. I don't know. I like Lonzo, so I'm a little biased. So it'll be good for New Orleans. Willie Green's gonna be good for New Orleans. New Orleans got. I feel like New Orleans got the pieces. They just got to put it together. I really believe New Orleans got the pieces. They just got to put it together. You got Zion. You got Brandon. You got Brandon Ingram. You got you got obviously this guy. I don't know if they're gonna keep Josh Hart or not. I'm not sure about that. I like Josh Hart a lot. Um, I think Oubre is a free agent now. So Bobby used the term positionless player. It really clicked for me having five guys playing out, working every position. They accepted offensive trouble. They accept offensive trouble. Do you think Birch can do okay for now? He did mention having those positionless players. I like that, man. But I'm gonna tell you something, and I've seen it sometimes. But I need a one or two guys to just do something. Like it's really it's really baffling with me because sometimes I think that takes away. Like if someone is really good at the three, they like really good, let them do that. Sometimes trying to put, but a lot of time it works. So I don't know. But the term positionless player that can guard in every position, especially in this day and age, yeah, that makes sense. But I still like that special player, like a player that's just really great at one thing because you can always count on them to be that. Stan Van Gundy is good, but he's too stuck up. Okay. Houston and Charlotte won the draft. Charlotte, I'm happy for Charlotte. I'm happy for Charlotte. I'll tell you that. I want them to do good. I root for. I want Jordan not to be a bum as a owner, man. I am happy with Scotty. The guy did not take off his Raptors hat since drafted. That what you want though. Someone that comes in there and really buy in and want to be there. He seemed really excited when his name was called. I don't think he expected it, and he was really excited. Do you think Oubre is hot? I do not know what that means. Is hot? Like I don't get it. So could you rephrase that question? Because I know you ain't talking about what I think you're talking about. Milwaukee's a big team. We need size to compete with it. Yeah, Milwaukee is a big team. Milwaukee is a big team. And that's fine. And because when you look at it though, you got to think last year the Lakers was a really big team too. So where people often put off this size now for all the finesse and shooting, big teams seem to work. Birch can be a starter if need be, but it's definitely not ideal. So I hope we pick up a free agent or set up a trade. Okay, okay, okay. I'm trying to think. The center free agent market out there. I don't know if you guys are interested, but Dwight Howard's still out there. I think he's a force. I actually want him to come back to the Lakers if possible for a minimum. Dwight Howard, JaVale McGee. These are guys that's not gonna. These are guys that's gonna come in and play their role. They're not gonna do nothing outside of that, but they're gonna play the role and play it pretty well. Can't wait to say that big man from Texas with Melo. Yeah, Melo obviously is on fire. He's a unique talent because he's a wild card. Melo is a wild card, but when he steps in between on that court, he's a beast. He's a beast. I rooted for him so hard, but he's definitely surpassed my expectation. We will find the right fit to upgrade Birch. I just think he'll be serviceable for now. Good point on having a special future. Gary Trent. I think Gary Trent, consistency, you're gonna need to see more of it from him, but they got to make a decision on him. If you can't find nothing else, like if you can't find someone that you be like, all right, he can replace Gary Trent, like a free agent or something, and I think you got a bird in the hand with Gary Trent, so go ahead and take it. DeMar this free agent. The Wizards go for DeMar. Okay. Him and Bradley Beal. I just don't know what the Wizards really need to be a better team. Because they've been dormant for a while. They definitely been dormant for a while. I'm thinking really good. Valanciunas is a good pickup for the one. Definitely. That's what I'm saying. I think New Orleans just got to put It's like they got the pieces to the puzzle. It's just like putting it together, and they can go on a. Because I'm expecting big things from Zion this year. Like this year three. This year three. No more all that babysitting him coming out of that's over. You know, I'm expecting big things, and I think he's gonna have to demand big things from himself. You know, so we'll see. We'll see how all that working, man. I really like. Might be the piece for New Orleans. Lowry might be the piece for New Orleans. Okay. I don't know what they're really asking. I think. Wait, Lowry's unrestricted, right? He's not restricted. He's unrestricted. So it's really up to him. What do you feel losing? What do you losing Trez and Kuzma? Trez, the Lakers apparently didn't like him for some reason. I don't know because I was so disappointed in the way they used him. You always seen him going. You always seen him up and down, up and down. Like he'll play a little bit, one play a little bit. So hopefully go out there and prove him wrong. I was a fan. I can't say it. Kuzma to me was just too inconsistent. You just don't know what you're gonna get. Like and I think it bothered him when he seen Lonzo leave and take off, Brandon leave and take off. So he like, man, and then he wants to be that guy. He's a scorer. He wants to be that, but when you give him the opportunity, he's not good. That he's not consistent. He have a good game, two good games. You got to do that consistent if you want to be that guy. So I don't know with Kuz, man. Maybe he'll go somewhere and he can do that. We need to trade Lowry as soon as possible. But he's an unrestricted free agent though, right? So he can walk. The Wizards are going after Dinwiddie. That okay? They can put some pieces together, man. They can put some pieces together, and it can. I just don't know that problem, like the real problem there. Would you trade LeBron out of LA, but your wife to get 200 million? I'm confused on that one. You said listen. I don't know if you're saying would I trade LeBron out of LA and get $200 million? I'm confused on your question, no more, man. Lowry leaving the Raptors for New Orleans would shock me unless they pay him their entire salary cap. I think for Lowry it's about championships now. Well, but he's not desperate for a championship because he got one. Like there's other players, that's Melo and these other guys out there that want that chip. That's the finishing touches on their resume. But for Lowry, he got one, so he ain't desperate to just go anywhere. It got to fit for him, but I know he want to compete for a championship at least. What we got? Underdog team that could surprise next season. I don't know if this team's an underdog or not, but the Warriors are the Warriors underdogs? Are we expecting anything from them? I'm expecting them to put some pressure on people next year, but I don't know if they're an underdog team because you do got Steph, you will have Clay. Hopefully he's healthy. Draymond, you got Wiseman, you got they gonna put some pressure. LeBron put pressure on him when he said he'd be most improved. Are you talking about Kuzma? Well, and that's the thing, like. But you want your players to perform. If that's the case, you want them to perform. You should take that as a badge of honor, not feel overwhelmed by the pressure, or you ain't built for it really. The Pelicans freed a lot of cap space in the Jonas, so people will be been saying they might just sign Kyle and Frazier. Not sure what's going on though. That's just what I've been hearing. Well, but I don't know if he want a max contract. I don't know if Kyle want a max contract. So, I mean, we'll see. We'll see. Kuz and Trez will get minutes with the Wizard. Yeah, but didn't I hear something about another trade involving Kuzma? Like Kuzma make, I don't know. I might have been reading something different, but I thought it was like they were gonna make another trade now that Washington got Kuzma and send him somewhere else. I don't know, but I think give him the opportunity. And with the Wizard, I mean, Bradley Beal still is that team, but Bradley Beal's not the type of player that Suns other players. He's not gonna stop. He's not gonna stop someone from getting their shine. So it could work. New Orleans clear all the cap space to get Kyle Lowry. I also heard New Orleans has made a big offer for Chris Paul. Also, New Orleans wants CP3 and Kyle Lowry. I don't think you need them both. Like you get one of them. I don't think having both of them. I don't think really works, man. I really don't. To me that's a little bit overkill right there. LeBron get shots and traded, but your wife get. Okay, first of all, I don't want to talk about nobody getting shot, but I mean, hell, when it comes to my wife, I don't give a damn what none of these players do. If that's your question, yeah, When it come to my wife, I don't. Lakers cannot win another damn game, as far as I'm concerned. So I don't get that. Lowry wants his money. He's taking pay cuts with the Raptors. He wants 3-year, $90 million. Ooh, okay. The Pelicans are also interested in Spencer Dinwiddie. Witty. Okay. I mean, he can definitely build asset. He definitely build asset, and he's gonna command a lot of attention. Free agent starts Monday, right? If I'm not mistaken. Yeah. The trend the past few years is as soon as a player leaves the team they were drafted by, they end up leaving multiple teams. It's weird. Hello, Westbrook, PG, CP3, Kawhi. Yeah, because when you drafted these players, feel a sense of loyalty to that team. But then when they leave, it's like that didn't work. Okay, then it's sort of like playing hopscotch or some crap. So I mean, you have to see how that work out. But they're trying to win a chip and put themselves in the best possible position. Cowboys, what's going on, man? Jeff Abbott, I probably messed that up, but sorry, my fault. What's one defensive player on the Dallas that you're looking to have a major rebound year after last year? No, the whole defense is not an answer. I'm looking for big things out of Randy Gregory this year, man. This is put up or shut up your time for him. This put up or shut up. I don't want to hear nothing else. It's put up or shut up. I like Montrezl Harrell, KCP, Kyle Kuzma in Washington. They gonna get a lot of burnout. Well, yeah. Well, KCP is the one that out of all of them that like I would miss Trez, but they didn't use him right. But KCP, his defense, I think Lakers gonna really miss him. That's without a doubt. They're gonna really miss him. You think it's gonna be a top contender again or only a decent team? I think they'll be a contender. But I don't think they're gonna make it that far. Like I don't see them catching as many. And I'm not taking nothing away from them. I said this last night. I'm not taking nothing away from them. But at the same time, I'm really not expect them to go as far. Like, they had the Anthony Davis injury, they had the Kawhi Leonard injury. You know what I'm saying? It's like they caught so many breaks in there. I'm not taking nothing away from what they did because you can have the breaks and not take advantage of it. But I don't see them doing. I don't see them doing them. New Orleans gonna give Kyle Lowry a big or huge offer. Yeah, he probably will take it. Would you fight Bradley Beal to the ground to save? Listen. I don't know why you keep asking me that, but listen, I will fight Bradley Beal, Shaquille O'Neal, anybody you tell me, The Rock, anybody when it comes to my wife. All right, so yeah, I don't know why you're asking me that question. Don't ask me nothing else about my wife though, please. We can keep the conversation going. Thanks. Gregory needs to show how good he can be. We need another good defensive end apart from Lawrence. Jalen Smith as well, because I know you want him to be a good player again. I do, man. I really do. I really, really do want him to be a great player. I do, because I feel like we spent a lot on him. We spent a lot of patience. We believed in him. It's time for that to pay off now. He got a full training camp. He looks bigger than when he came in. He got to make something happen. Val, thanks. Bradley Beal wants to make it work in Washington. Wants to make it work in Washington. Then he can play off the ball. But at what point at what point do you I'm sorry, I heard my kids talking. At what point do you say, all right, I love this team, but I want to compete? Like some people just loyal to the soil. I had no problem with that. None. And if he like it doesn't, stay there, my man. Stay there. I have no problem with that. But at the same time, eventually you're gonna want to go to that chip. Don't you remember what Kevin Garnett said about the Minnesota Timberwolves? He was like, I loved it, but the worst thing I did for my career is I stayed too long, and I'm afraid Bradley Beal may end up doing that. But one guy wants to return to performance Zeke. I'm hoping he improves on ball control because that was embarrassing last year. Yeah, but he also didn't have an offensive line, and he didn't really have a threat of a quarterback. But he did look sluggish. I think this is the first time. Every year we get these videos, right? Zeke looked right. Zeke looked good. This is the first time I've actually looked at him one of these, and he looked like even in practice you see pop. Even it's like he got something to prove. It's like he's motivated now. When you see him just doing a basic drill, it's pop. It's moving. That's the first time I've seen that in a long time. How are you an LA Lakers fan? That kind of sus. Okay. Well, how am I a Dallas Cowboy fan? At the age of 6, the first Cowboy game I watched was the Dallas Cowboys versus the San Francisco 49ers. Michael Irvin caught a ball over Morton Hanks, and got up and did his playmaker dance. I was a kid. I was impressionable. I was a Cowboy fan. I was a Laker fan because of all because I started watching them when they was going through that little post Showtime Lakers, and they was started to, and they were struggling, and I just rooted for them to be better. I just rooted for them to be better, and then after that, I became a Laker fan. You cheer for the LA Dodgers. I don't watch a lot of baseball, man. I don't watch a lot of baseball. So it's hard. It's hard to say far as baseball. I don't watch a lot of baseball. KG never wanted to leave. No, he never wanted to leave Minnesota. He didn't. But when he finally did, he felt like that was the best move. Period. Dallas has to win in the trenches. They have to, but their offensive line, they look good. They bat. They look healthy, but can they stay healthy? Tyron Smith, can he play a full season again ever? Is the new center Byard? I can't pronounce his name, but he's dope. Can he stay though? Hoping, yeah. I do agree with our offensive line. Hopefully, some of the rookies from last year can improve, such as Steele. They say Steele looking good now. They do say he's looking good. Tyron Smith, please let him stay. He's a beast when he's healthy. He just got to stay healthy. So you're a big Shaq fan. I'm a fan of playing Shaq. I don't know about this stuff Shaq be saying sometimes is a little awkward, but I'm a fan of him. I think he's just unstoppable. He's just unstoppable. New York Yankees. My wife's from New York, so she liked the Yankees. Like I said, I don't watch a lot of baseball, my man. Did you watch soccer? Interesting story, man. When I was in Germany, I got into soccer, but I was into it over in Germany because in Germany it's really big. So I watched a lot of soccer. I actually got two soccer jerseys hanging up right now, both from Kaiserslautern, K Town. I got both of their jerseys. I went to a couple of their games. It was dope, man. Tyron Smith at 50-50 with you. Well, Tyron Smith for me, I think they got to start working on his replacement. They need to start that, definitely, because I don't know how much more you're gonna get from him. Because I can't remember the last time he completed the whole season. Who would win in a brawl, Kuzma or Tatum, if you had to choose one? I'll probably take Tatum, honestly, in that. That's what we need. I remember 2016 during that first two seasons. Now that was the best of an O line. Yeah, that offensive line was a beast. That O line was a beast. It was just good. It was just good. You know what I think though, and I say this so much and nobody listens. I still think Lyle Collins playing out of position. I think he's a guard rather than a tackle, because I don't think he got great footwork that you need for a tackle. He's a mauler. He's someone that's gonna get in there and rough you up. That's what he is. If you look at the plays against Green Bay and Seattle when he was sprinting down, running people over, that came from him being a brawler, right? And I think he's playing out of position still. Do you think the Browns can contend this year with an improve? I think they can contend. Yeah. I think they can contend. I think it's a make it or break it season for Baker. Like, we're gonna see what either he is what he is. OJ. Wow. Odell got some Odell got some he got something to prove. Would you fight The Rock to save your friend? To save my friend? If they're my friend, I'll fight him. If they're my friend. What's up, Chris? Thanks for the great content. Always love you and your fam, bro. Hey, appreciate it, man. Appreciate it. Appreciate you. I know we were talking about your guy Scotty Barnes earlier, man, and I think a lot of people are warming up to it now after doing some research. I think the pick just caught a lot of us off guard. Dallas got to start drafting the offensive defensive lineman. Yeah, because they got to get better. But health. Jack Martin was out. Lyle Collins was out. Tyron Smith was out. You was literally playing walk on. So hopefully they fix that this year. I'm going to watch for Micah Parsons during the preseason. He needs to prove he can play at the elite level. We need a good replacement for Sean Lee. People have had him as the best defensive player in the draft. Shannon Sharp, that was his words, and other people said that he's the best defensive player in the draft. Well, I need to see it. So we'll see. I wouldn't, Val, I wouldn't care to meet neither one of them guys. Not a big fan. I'm not a big fan of either. LeVar Ball, he's cool. I'm not a fan of him. It starts up front, your offensive line, defensive line are the best players on the team, and never get the credit, that they often deserve. You know, you look at Emmett, and we all say Emmett, possibly the greatest back of all time. Yeah, yeah, but I'm not with. You got to give. I'm sorry, I'm looking at something else. You got to give that to that offensive line though. Would Emmett been Emmett without that offensive line? Imagine Barry Sanders had that offensive line. It'd be crazy, man. If you had to have Denisha or Gilbert, Danucci, I don't know what this fascination with Gilbert as a backup is. I like Danucci way better. I think when he played good. You know, they were going when he played. They were going up against the undefeated Steelers at the time, and they almost won that game. I thought he played very well. You can be one of the greatest quarterbacks ever played the game, but you need an O line. Mahomes proved 100%, 100%, 100%. Barry Sanders is way better. Barry had now offensive line help well honestly it's even as a Cowboy fan you got to say that you got to say that Barry's was the better of the two. Lakers starting Westbrook at point guard. Yeah, I don't see him coming off the bench. I think he's gonna be like Schroeder was last year, where Schroeder actually played sort of like you know, I think LeBron is gonna get earlier rest, and then I think they'll start off playing together. LeBron will probably take an earlier rest. Westbrook will play, then LeBron will come in. They'll start to rotate it like that. That's what I'm predicting gonna happen. But he'll start because you know even last year they had Schroeder there playing the point guard, and you know they kind of made that work. Been hearing some good things about the Ravens receiver. You think Lamar can raise his game with this? Listen, when it comes to Lamar Jackson raising his game, man, I'm gonna tell y'all off the rip. I'm waiting for it. I'm a fan of this. I could see Lamar Jackson having a big throwing year because I just want people to shut up saying this man can't throw. I'm sorry. He's a beast when it comes to throwing. He's a beast when it comes to throwing, and he never get his credit. So he got some receivers. I'm waiting for this. I'm excited about that, man. But the best running back ever is Walter Payton, and it's not even close. Listen, Walter Payton. I've seen film. Like I've never watched an actual game of his. I've seen film, and everything on film is just like wow, wow. That guy was crazy, man. Crazy. Fun fact: the last time the Bucks won a NBA final before this year, Dallas won the Super Bowl. The last time the Suns were eliminated in the final, Dallas won the Super Bowl. Well, from your from your mouth to existence, my man. I hope that's true. I hope it's true, man. So that means we are shooing for the Super Bowl. I take it. I take it in kind of hell. I take a conference championship, man. I'm tired of these early exits. Lamar Jackson need a number one receiver. Julio would have been perfect match with him. Yeah, yeah, but they got some pieces now. They've definitely upgraded. They definitely upgraded, man. They definitely upgraded. And you know, and what it does now with the better receivers is you have to honor those receivers. And if you got to honor those receivers, you have to you have to. I'm sorry, somebody comment threw me off. You have to open lanes for the running game. Sorry, that threw me off for a minute. You definitely have to open lanes for that running game, which is all you need. Top three running backs in my opinion: Walter Payton, Jim Brown, Barry Sanders, Emmett would be number 4. Okay. I can't argue with none of them, man. I can't. Did you see Mike Preston say about them? No, I didn't see it. I didn't see it. Okay, I'm coming. All right, guys. Well, the wife is done cooking, so. But Julio landed in a spot with the Titans. There is licking. Oh, definitely, man. I saw the okay. That Mopar. The Mopar? I'm confused. Um, can you answer my question? The answer to your question, Val, is no. He went in on Lamar. Really? Okay, I gotta go check that out, man. It was like an interview or like a written magazine. Like a, I gotta check that out. I ain't seen it. Here's the key to success for Lamar to win game. Just go to the locker room, take a crap and sit with cramps, and come back out and throw. Oh, okay. All right, Mike. I seen that. You say you responded because you can't tackle against the Titan. You're in trouble. No more 8-man box against the Titans. Yeah, you're gonna have to honor Julio Jones out there. You're gonna have to honor him. So this gonna be it's an article in Baltimore Sun. He's a reporter. The aftertaste would be terrible. Um, he's a okay. I gotta look him up. I gotta look it up, man. I got to see what you're talking about. If you can you I don't know if you got Instagram. You hit me up on Instagram and send me the link. I'll check it out. I'll probably do a video on it. Derek him on touching you, you're in trouble. Now Derek Henry's a beast. To be that tall, man. To be that tall is definitely is definitely like that tall, that strong, that big. He's a unique talent. And now you got him out there with Julio Jones. Let's see. What's your thought on Jameis Winston with Sean Payton? I hope Jameis Winston has got it together as far as those turnovers, because that's always plagued him. Even his last year in Florida State, that plagued him. Them turnovers are just crazy, man. Five guys are in and out of Shake Shack. Five guys. I mostly watch basketball, but used to watch a lot of info. What do you think of the LA Rams this year? You know what? It all depends on who Matthew Stafford gonna be for them. It all depends on the production from Matthew Stafford, man. Because they picked up Stafford, and they're really excited. They're really excited about Stafford. Derrick Henry, Eddie George. Yeah, that's a great comparison. Yeah. Winston is like Stafford. He throws a lot of yards but can't win game. Mmm. 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 And the knock on Winston is, well, Tom Brady went behind him and won a championship, but they also brought in Antonio Brown, Gronk, so they brought in some things with him too. And then you got the Fournette. So they brought some pieces too. So you can't all say it like that. The Rams are all in. Well, if he's that guy and they see it in, then you got to be all in. What you gonna sugarcoat? You got to be all in. Jameis Winston is similar to Vinny Testaverde. I ain't heard that name in a while. Vinny Testaverde. Hey. Look, Jameis Winston to me, man, like he played at Florida State. If you know, I'm a big Florida State fan. I'm a big Florida State fan. So I watched him a lot, and I didn't even in college. I was like, yeah, but Kevin Benjamin bailing him out a lot. So I mean, we'll see, man. How do you think Fitzpatrick will do for Washington? He's a streaky guy. Like sometimes he look unstoppable, and sometimes you just want him to stop. Yeah, they went all in for Brady, but Winston was expecting that just to perform. Expected to just perform. Yeah. He got to do better. Winston got to do better. He got a great coach. Mahomes is a beast. That's I mean, that go without saying, man. Mahomes is something special. But that offensive line better be better. Because I just never seen an offensive line collapse like that. Like, their offensive line collapsed in the Super Bowl. Like, if you're going to pick a time to collapse, please don't let it be the Super Bowl. But that's literally what happened, man. But anyway, guys, I got to get up out of here, man. I come on. Y'all know I'm going to give you an hour. We at that hour mark, man. I got to go upstairs. I got to eat. Spend some more time with the fam things. And it's been great, man. Y'all know, kept me right back here on Friday, every Friday at 8. I try to go live. Apologize. I was couple minutes late today, but we got it going every Friday at 8 right here, man. Hey, thank you guys so much for coming on, man. And make sure I shout y'all out, man. Val, Mike B, appreciate you. Val, appreciate you. Jeff Albert, appreciate you. Donald Wood, appreciate you, man. Zach McDonald, appreciate you. Mopar, definitely appreciate you. If you can, hit me on hit me and send me that link. What we was talking about. Send me that link, man. Did I hit everybody? If I didn't shout out Kenny Perry. Oh, he asked, "What's your thoughts on the whole Rodgers drama in Green Bay?" He trying to force his way out, man. Sorry about that. I missed that one. Sorry if I missed your stuff, man. But yeah, thanks everybody, man. Much love. I hope I shouted everybody out here. T Sangani, I'm probably messing it up, but thanks for coming through. If I miss anybody, Dragos, thanks for coming through. Kawhi Lippert, thanks for coming through. Hey, Mrs. Sports Corner, thank you. Hey man, hey yo, I got the best wife in the world, man. Like, she's my biggest supporter. She's my rock, and I just want to take the opportunity to say thank you to her. I love you to death, princess. So thanks to everybody that came through, man. Salt Click, got you. I seen you. Suave04, thanks for coming. Everybody that came through, man. Thank you. Y'all know, y'all make me want to do this more often. Right now I'm doing it once every Friday, but every Friday at 8. But y'all make y'all make me want to do it more. So until next time, man. Hey, you guys be great, man, and much love.